in the workspace attached to this unit, there is part of the workspace is a demographics sheet, and it kind of looks like something like this. You can kind of see it, and it covers the 4 current major purchasing demographics. And the thing with it, again, with demographics, is this is a sliding scale. All right, so as people get older, there are ages in here, but know that, I probably should have put years, but know that it's a sliding scale. All right, so the list covers things like boomers, Gen X, millennials, and Gen Z. And I fall into the Gen X category. I know this makes you think I should be a boomer, but I am not as old as I look. All right, so for example, like one of the things that's great about these things is, and again, it is not scientific. It is not, it's not applicable to everyone. It is just a sort of framework, a guide for you to kind of just really help you start to understand the community, the neighborhood that your core consumer lives in, so that you can explain it better to networking partners on social media, however you need to explain it. All right. And so again, these are behaviors that, and I'm almost positive, again, I have no scientific data on this. I have no, I don't think I've ever Googled it, but I guess I could have, is I feel like these buying habits and behaviors are somewhere formed in our mid to late teens to mid 20s, late 20s, okay? I think once we get over 30, then we're into ingrained. In most cases, I'm not saying every case, in most cases, we are, because there are a lot of TikTok grandparents. There shouldn't be. When we get to like 30, we're kind of stuck with the buying habits that we have, with the buying behaviors that we have, the software and things that we like to do, and we are a little less reticent to embrace new stuff. All right. And again, I don't have any scientific evidence. That's just my general thinking on things. And so, for example, and I'm sure if, as we're looking at this, I'm sure you'll go through this list and you'll think, yeah, this is exactly me. This is exactly my consumers, all of that stuff. And so I fall into the Gen X community. I am like, technically I'm like the last end of boomer that you can possibly be. There were like days left on boomer, and so I'm, because of my growing up in the same Gen X generation, my behaviors, habits, and those things are more Gen X when I'm like technically on the line for boomer. All right. So yeah, so maybe the white is appropriate. All right. So for example, Gen Xers, email, like we love email because that's what we grew up on. We like to spend time at warehouse retailers like Costco and Sam's Club. We're skeptical of marketing and marketing tactics. We do not trust advertising. All right. Looking for different and unique products and services. They research intensely before they purchase. Any doubts about a product will kill the sale. They prefer facts over emotions and figures. High expectations on value and superior service. Expect their loyalty to be rewarded. And they are bargain hunters. Okay? And so from that, there is a lot you can tell about a certain demographic, all right? And again, your core consumer is going to be someone that lives in the community of this demographic, all right? So, and within that community aren't just one of your core consumers, there are multiple, and they know other people, like-minded people, just like them, who will probably like and want and use your services. And the big one, and one of the reasons I started all of this Sell the Experience stuff is this number one behavior that I have, and the thing that used to just drive me crazy when I was in industry is we expect loyalty to be rewarded. And by that I mean, I'm not looking for a lot from a business. I'm not looking for, like constant discounts or coupons or any of those things. I'm not looking for any of that. What I'm looking for is every once in a while, throw me a bone. Okay. I want to know that you know I exist and that you value and appreciate me spending my money with you. Now, maybe that's a thank you card after you do a project with them. Maybe it's you give them, a cup at Christmas, whatever it is. And that's again where promotional items come in really well. That's a great thing for promotional items. And again, back to the thing that used to drive me crazy about industry was we never focused inward. We never appreciated the people that we had, except for things like, oh, Christmas is coming up, so we've got to send out calendars to people, or we've got to... Yeah, that makes them feel special. Like everybody and their brother suddenly remembers who they are at Christmas, and we're going to just jump on that bandwagon. I'm of the other mind. I'm like, if you are going to spend money with me, if you are going to give me time and money and purchase the things that I want to give to you, then I am going to return that with deep loyalty. I am going to focus a lot of my time on energy on showing you how much I appreciate that. So if you really want to get to Gen Xers, and we are, it's like 55, 56 to early 40s. All right. So, I would even say like maybe 40 to 60. That's a big demographic. That is a huge buying demographic right now. If you want to tap into that demographic, if you want them to purchase from you, you need to be loyal to them. You need to give back to them. You need to show them some love and appreciation. And again, that's where Sell the Experience comes in. That's where promotional all of the stuff that I'm talking about came from that idea is I want to be valued. I want to be appreciated. All right. So the next thing is email is our jam. So millennials, on the other hand, is social media. And boomers prefer face-to-face. All right. So if I am going to try and create a marketing campaign, or if I'm going to try and engage more consumers, and again, we're going to pretend for a moment that we're still in this everybody mindset. If I'm going to appeal and try and grow my business by appealing to everyone, that means I'm going to need to appeal to the boomers, I'm going to need to appeal to the Gen X, and I'm going to need to appeal to the millennials. One prefers face-to-face only, one prefers email, one prefers social media. All right? There is not one size that fits all that hits everything that those people will do. All right? If you come to me as a Gen Xer and try to just initiate a face-to-face, I'm probably going to rebuff you. I want an email first. I want to know, I want to be aware before you come to me. That's how I engage. That's how a lot of people my age engage. If I was going to try and engage with a boomer, and again, the weird thing about my Gen X's and millennials is we are not phone people. We are people that, if somebody's at the door, I don't answer it. I don't know who that is. They can go away. I got to ring. If it's not anybody I know, boom, you're out of here. Same thing with millennials. So, walking around knocking door to door, you're not going to get much traction. Sending a millennial an email, it's just going to get ignored. Sending me messages on Facebook or sending me messages on, Twitter or any of this will probably get ignored because I'm always on email. That's how I communicate with people. Either that or text message. If you're really important, text me. I do a lot of work by text. And for me, those are the comfortable things. And there's a lot of people in my generation that are like that. All right. So that's where the demographics come in. And that's kind of where I wanted to really emphasize things is the way to grow your business is we're going to, grow within our community. Okay, so we've got our core consumer. We're going to look inside the community that they're in, talk to them about all the other people that they know and they like, show them some appreciation. So they're going to have an interest, a desire to go out. If you show your current consumers some love, they're going to really feel invested in your business then. They are going to feel like, I'm going to really go out and talk about this business because I feel like, I spend my money there, it's valued and it's appreciated. And they're going to tell the people that have those same ideas. And so we have this whole community, this whole ideal market and demographic from which to start drawing even more consumers. All right. And the nice part is, within that demographic, we know these behaviors, we know how to engage with these consumers, and that just makes it easier. We can cut through a lot of the noise, we can cut through a lot of the clutter, we can get to the people that we need to get to, and then very quickly start doing more of the things that we need to do. And if we focus on our demographics, and if we really kind of talk about how we're going to get to these people in ways that will appeal and attract to them, then we've cut our time as far as marketing and sales by like half. We're not even like now going out to strangers and screaming, buy my stuff. We're going up to other people and, you know, saying, hey, you know, I hear Beth is a friend of yours and she likes my stuff. You like my stuff? Come down and buy my stuff. And that's kind of where this is all going, is it's kind of making sure that you know who you're talking to, how you're talking to them. And again, it will allow you to teach and educate people on who's your ideal market, who's your ideal consumer, how to talk to them more effectively, all of those things, so that you get the quality referrals, the high quality referrals that you want, you need, and desire, that you get the return on investment on your marketing and sales that you want, and that when all of your consumers are out talking about you, they are selling you in the right way. They're selling you in ways that connect with people, that bring in the right referrals for you.